So, und damit herzlich willkommen zurück zu The Council Episode 3. Wir sind zurück in der Krypta. Emily hat ihre Zwillingsschwester erschossen. Mal schauen, was Mutter zu sagen hat.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here.
Genau.
I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should
Bin noch
trust
nicht bereit.
me.
Für was?
Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and logical. I
Yeah.
know you are going to find it hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that
Echte
they can influence
Dämonen.
our thoughts.
Okay.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me
Zwei
guess.
von ihnen. Scheiße. Lass mich raten. Mortimer und Holmes. Bonaparte in Washington. Und der Butzelmann und der Weihnachtsmann. Ach, scheiße. Ja.
I'd put my money on the boogeyman and Father Christmas.
Au.
Do you really believe that I'm joking here?
Ja.
Many
Scheiße.
years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you
Okay.
do too.
Ich
You
auch?
had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Doch, in der Tat. Nichts auf... Ja. Eigentlich ist mir nichts aufgefallen. Da fragt sie mich nur was, oder? Nein.
Mother, I shan't
Das
follow you down that
spreche ihr
path.
mal.
I wouldn't be doing you any favors.
Logical and open, Louis. Tell me then, how can anyone own properties all over the world for centuries by always signing documents with the same signature?
Well, I can find 10 other explanations less eccentric than demonic possession, Mother.
How come the Mortimers have had only one male heir for each generation since the Third Crusade?
Forgery, family rights where they get rid of the daughter. There are dozens of less extravagant possibilities.
How could one man motivate so many future leading figures of the day on his silly island without anyone finding out about it? Even the Golden Order isn't capable of that.
Well, he's simply better than us, and he's welcome to it.
You refuse to open your eyes, Louis.
You've lost your objectivity, Mother.
I saw him.
what do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked.
Da hast du ein
Composed of
Bild von
7
ihm gesehen
parts,
oder was?
each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Mortimer? Wobei Mortimer kann nicht jung sein. Der muss ja eigentlich immer alt gewesen sein dann. Holm van Borchardt.
Wait a minute, who are you talking about? Von Borchardt?
No, Mortimer, of course. He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
Wie alt war er?
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was
Oh
him.
Gott.
The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute, you were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
Er schlug mir vor, ihm zu folgen und mich ihm unterrichten zu lassen. Er wollte meine Erlaubnis, mich auszubilden und aufzuziehen. Sie hat eingewilligt? Glaube ich ja nicht, oder?
And you accepted.
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice? Did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I
Oh,
remind you the
scheiße.
mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchardt's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
Welche Rolle hat Elizabeth gespielt? Was ist mit Emma passiert? Warte mal. Warum die Kanonen für Bonaparte? Welche Rolle hat Elizabeth gespielt?
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
Ich muss es wissen.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Hat sie umgebracht? Wer hat sie umgebracht?
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
Okay, was ist mit Emma?
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Erzähl mir alles.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
Ja.
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing, and then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
Hat sie mit Van Wollner über Al-Asif verhandelt?
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Okay, was ist mit den Kanonen für Bonaparte?
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Wir reden hier über Krieg.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Etwas anderes. Den Brief am Anleger gefunden.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel, but frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Warum die persönlichen Sachen? In
You
dem
know, I found
Versteck?
your package under a wharf plank.
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Piaggi-Brief?
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Und ihre Hand, was ist damit passiert?
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Okay, du zeigst mir jetzt deine Hand. Ernsthaft. Okay, dann zurück. Puh, okay,
Good.
dann
I
mal
think
los.
that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Okay, wir gehen
Are you going to
raus.
tell me why we're here?
Ist hier unten
There. That's why we are here.
größer als gedacht. Bethlehem. Tester. Abo. Okay. Und damit ist diese Folge dann wohl, oder dieses Kapitel zu Ende. Von Angesicht zu Angesicht. Erfolgreich. Ich habe herausgefunden, dass Kardinal Piaggi von den Ereignissen nicht beunruhigt ist. Bin durch Napoleons Bonaparte ohne Spuren zu hinterlassen. Beschützt. Ich habe mich in Kisten gestellt. Okay. Ohne Erfolg war nichts. Alternative Wege. Ich hätte jetzt ruhige Entschlossenheit werden können. Na gut. Ende für diese Folge. Tschüss und ciao. Bis zum nächsten Mal.